All right. Hello, everybody. We are here. We are back again with another market open. It is February 27th, 2023. How are you all? It's been a long time no see. It's been 3 days since the market's been open. It's been since last Friday. And last Friday, we were in a very ugly red market. Today, we are in a little bit less of an uglier market. Um, and it's still ugly, but it's just not as ugly as it was before. Hello, Rikus. Nice week ahead. What's up, Shem Pasta, Cameron, investing, UCUS. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, bro. Hope you have a good one. SoFi under 6. I didn't see SoFi under 6. Did it get that low? Hold on, we got to check it real quick. It's at 646 to me. Oh, so maybe in the pre-market it got really, really low. I didn't see that. Wow. All right, not bad. SoFi 646. Vincent, what's up? Roy, Luke, as a mid late again. I think I was here right at 920. Nyan Patel, what's up? Grand Play, Sasky Rose, Geis, Felicia, Jason Alvarado, Drip Nason, Iceman, JJ, Troy, John, Tesla Investor Day this Wednesday. That's going to be a big deal. TJ the Wheel Deal, Everclear, Govinda, DRK, Cameron, we enjoyed your pitch. Any update on the results? Yes, I'll let you guys know about the pitch in a little bit. I did upload a video about it. And yeah, we got 2 first place votes in the pitch for Jason. So it's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure we are pitching Jason primarily because Founder University, the Twitter account that runs everything, they liked my tweet and they put the little eye emoji under it. So I'm pretty sure that means like, yeah, you're moving on to the next round. So I'll talk about that a little bit more a little bit later in the middle of the stream. But yeah, that was pretty awesome. So thank you guys for checking it out. It was pretty dope. It was a dope way to start off the weekend on Friday. All right, so we got to get into this market. We've got some interesting things to talk about. We are getting into March, ladies and gentlemen. We are moving into March. It is February 27, 2023. Well, basically, we are getting into a brand new month. I think these past 2 months have gone by relatively quick, in my opinion. They have not gone down slow. And it's crazy because if I look back on the months, I'm like, a lot of stuff happened. But they also went by pretty quick, even though a lot of things happened. So we had Palantir earnings this month. I mean, it ran up all the way to 1030. So we had something like that happen. You had Tesla going all the way down to 100 in January. Like, there's been so many moves in the stock market that has happened. So many things in general that have just happened that, over the past 2 months, it's kind of crazy to think it's been 2 months. NASDAQ is down a bit, 1.69%. Let's go to Netflix. Netflix is up 2%. So the entire market's kind of green. Meta at 171. Where's Nvidia? Let's go to Nvidia. I think Nvidia's probably up a little bit. Yeah, Nvidia's 237, up 1.86% pre-market. Tesla up 202 pre-market. It ended really bloody last week, a little bit more red. And this is the interesting thing, right? Like, we had a pretty bad week last week in terms of, some individual stocks did well, but a lot of things were just red. And then you've got, an opening pre-market where things are green. And it's like, well, why? Because the PCE hasn't changed. Inflation kind of hasn't. The Fed is still continuing to be. But like, the market just woke up and they decided, no, we don't care. We kind of want to buy stocks. Lucid, though, they do not want to buy. 851. Me and Metallic did an episode on this in the Daily Cabal. And, I didn't realize Lucid was trading 45 times price to sales. It's a bit expensive for a company that's barely delivering 5,000 cars. It's a bit expensive. Alibaba up 2%. Palantir up 1.3%. So for some reason, the market is choosing on the last week of February to be a little bit nicer than not to a lot of these stocks that are going on. Paul Goggin, what's up? All right, Amit, thank you for being here. Yeah, so Tesla Investor Day, that's going to be a very, very big deal this week. It's actually going to be super, super interesting. I mean, let's go to it right now. Tesla. There's a lot of stuff that Elon is planning to talk about. I know, my main coverage of it is going to be Farzad. That's my guy. He covers Tesla, I think, the best on YouTube. So I'll be checking out his content. We were actually DMing over the weekend, and he's just super excited to get into it and discuss a little bit more. And excited to analyze what's going to happen, right? What is Tesla going to do? What are they going to say? How are they going to create an entire experience? Like, it's going to be very interesting to see kind of how this entire game plays out. I think the biggest thing is Tesla Energy, right? What are they going to be trying to do for their energy business, especially because Elon has said it's going to be about sustainable energy and sustainable energy at scale for the entire world, right? I mean, that's a hell of a plan. That's a big part of Master Plan 3. Are you live streaming Tesla March 1st? Probably not, because there's going to be so many other people doing it. So maybe I might, unless they want to be on the trend of saying AI for the whole investor day. Look, I might. I mean, if I do, it might just be in the background and I'll just be there and you guys can hop in the stream. I think it starts a little bit later in the day though, like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. I'll see. There's going to be people actually in Austin doing it, which is like really cool. So it'll be dope to see kind of play out. We got Amazon at 94, Palantir at 819. The new report that Palantir came out with, we talked about it on the Palantir Weekly episode. This Forrester report talking about how much they save companies, and I mean that was a hell of a report. It was one of those reports where it's like, goodness gracious, this is like the real impact of Foundry. So I want to deep dive a little bit more into that report and talk about that even deeper and go into it. That's an exciting report to see. SoFi up 6.4, 647, 1.41%. So yeah, I mean the market's giving us some green. Now there was some bit of news this week. Glitch Life. I just founded my first startup. It's an AI company. I already have 142 million in. Oh man, no new deals announced for Palantir lately. Actually, there's a they partner with a startup in Germany. I need to do a video on it. See, if I don't do a video on it, no one's doing a video on it. So like, I need to. That was, bro, when they partnered with Microsoft and no one in the community did a video on it other than me. I was like, oh crap, I guess I'm the only guy really covering the day-to-day of it. And I just didn't have a chance to make the video on this, but they partnered with a German startup called Compodex or something. If you go on my Twitter, Adamit is investing, just scroll a couple tweets down, you'll see the thread. I should do a video on it and talk about that. So that was one of those deals. That's not a huge deal, but it is an interesting deal. And then obviously this Forrester report that came out. They've been sponsoring a ton of events as well. So that's been also happening. We got to talk about Warren Buffett as well. Buffett has 128 billion in cash, and Elon someone tweeted on Twitter, but Warren Buffett has 128 billion in cash. What should he do with it, or what stock should he buy? He had his annual shareholder meeting over the weekend, or annual shareholder letter, and Elon responded, a stock that starts with a T. So, and he also said that Munger had the chance to invest in Tesla when it was a $200 million company when they had lunch in 2008. Now Tesla's a $600 billion company. What is it? $620 billion company. So Munger would have done really well on that investment, but they did not believe in Tesla. In fact, I believe Munger laughed at him. So that's gotta be cool, bro. That's gotta be cool. Like you go up to one of the most elite people ever. You're like, bro, invest in this. It's going to be nothing for you. Put a couple $100 million. That's nothing if you lose it. Like if it works, you guys make a crap ton of money. And they were like, nope, we don't care. And it's just wild because now it's worth a lot of money. All right, February 27th, 2023, 9:30 a.m. We have one more day left of February. February has been an interesting month for a lot of different reasons, but we're moving on to March, third month of the year after one day. The stock market, ladies and gentlemen, is now open. Wake your ass up. The stock market is up in Tesla, 201.72 up 2.46%. NVIDIA, 237, 1.95%. Rocket Labs, 4.48. Square, 77.44. Square actually had pretty decent earnings. SPY, 399. We were at 394, 393 on the SPY. The market is giving it a little bit of love right now, up into close to the 400. SoFi at 643. Google at 90, going above 80, 89. TQQQ 2253 up 3.43%. Nubank. I'm probably going to be doing an episode with Tanner and Chris soon to deep dive into Nubank a little bit more. By the way, okay, so Chris and I are unofficially / officially starting a late night podcast every day at 9 p.m. Not today, but probably going to be this week because he's coming back from Mexico. So every day for an hour, we're going to be live streaming, just talk about the market at 9 p.m., 9 to 10. So He called me last week. He was like, "Yo, you want to do that?" I was like, "Yeah, we can do that." So we'll be talking. You'll if you guys are free 9 to 10 every day, you'll get your daily dose of the markets from both of us. Amazon at 94.47, Palantir at 811, up 0.24%. Intel 25.56. They slashed their dividend by 65%, yet they are up 1.67% because the entire market is up. Spotify 117, Airbnb 123, Taiwan Semis 88, up 0.62%. Nasdaq, look at this, up 129 points, 11,500. So not bad. It was down to 11,300 last week on Friday. Meta at 172. Meta released a large language learning model that seems very advanced, seems even a little bit more advanced than some of the other things I've seen out there. So Meta as an AI company, they don't have AI in the ticker, but especially as an AI company, they are not doing that bad. Look at Pinterest. It's at 71 on the RSI. Wow. I did not think at 25 bucks Pinterest would be at 71 on the RSI. So on the technicals, Pinterest is overvalued. The market cap of Pinterest being $17 billion. I think they're doing $4 billion in revenue. So it's a price to sales of 6, which isn't horrible, but it's probably not the best for a company you want to be growing that much as well. Good morning. When Costco pants in an outdoor video. I got to show you that tweet. You guys got to see it. Palantir should hire you for PR. If everyone says this, but if they hired me, I wouldn't be able to make YouTube videos anymore. I feel like that would make me get rid of my YouTube videos, right? That would be cool though if they let me make videos and still do that. Daily Cowbell and a late night podcast. Yes, you guys will get morning stream, Daily Cowbell, and a late night podcast. You guys are going to get everything. So Daily Cowbell is still there, so you're going to get that as well. Meta will deliver AI creation tools to the VR space. Game over. Yeah, look, I mean, that's a great point, Ty. Like Meta's AI is really interesting, especially the stuff they're doing around language and translations. Remember, Meta was the first tech company to launch internationally in a significant way in Japan and Brazil and Spain and all these different places natively in those languages. That was hard in 2008. That wasn't easy to do. Right. So the fact that they were able to do that, and now they're using large language models to literally translate between words in real time, along with the fact that, they're probably, I would say, the leaders in VR. Apple, you would argue, could be, but Apple has not shown us an inch of proof that they are leaders in AI, or that they're leaders in VR or AI, to be honest. Which means if that's the case, then, implementing AI with VR, I mean, that's if VR takes off and is even 1/10 of what we think it can be, how many more hundreds of billions of market cap is that worth to Meta? That is kind of the fundamental question, I think, if you're a Meta shareholder, especially if AI is necessary to operate in a VR world, right? Like the metaverse isn't the metaverse without a significant portion of AI powering the metaverse, along with machine learning, etc. Goldman Sachs has done a $30 billion share buyback. The stock is up 1.39% today. I want to look at Goldman over the year. Where's Goldman over the year? So we were at 273 in July 2022. So that's not bad. That means let's do some quick math right here. We're going to do 369 minus 278 divided by 278. Wait, 369 minus 278 divided by 278. Okay, so that means it's up 32%. That's not bad. It's up 32% since now, or since July. And the high was 413 back in 2021 November. Interesting. So that $30 billion share buyback definitely helped shareholders, especially the ones that felt that the consumer products they're working on just weren't like important or relevant. Let me pull up that Elon tweet so you guys can see that one. This is a very interesting tweet by Elon. Munger did laugh at him when Elon said he was going to, change the world with Tesla. Could you imagine, bro, if Berkshire invested in 2008? Like, that's all they had to do. All they had to do was throw some money there, and they would be sitting on like Apple and Tesla would have been the investments of a decade, and they just didn't do it. I'm trying to pull this up right now. Also, did you guys see that Wall Street Journal article? Oh boy, that article. The Wall Street Journal is one of those publications that are supposed to be very, very respected. So when they come out with a story, the entire world watches in a more significant and meaningful way. Let me pull this up right now. You guys are saying, should I ring the bell again for Miyoko? Ugh, I'm late for the bell. Miyoko. No, you missed it, Miyoko. I'm sorry. First of all, Miyoko, I did not appreciate that comment on the Daily Cowbell. Okay. I had a really good what do you call it? I had a really good MVP for the Daily Cowbell. You guys should go watch it. It was really good. And Miyoko just dissed it. So she acts like she's my mom and she cares about me. And then she was just like, I'm falling asleep during this MVP. No, this MVP, I thought it was a good MVP. All right. So Gergevin says Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway has 128 billion in cash. What stock should they buy? Elon says starts with a T. Now, would it be smart for Berkshire to buy Tesla now at 622 billion? Even for a 3x, I think in the next 5-10 years, it is pretty smart, right? Especially because Berkshire is very long term. But like, I think it kills them because they missed out on it when they have the chance at 200 million, which is nothing, bro. A tech company being worth $200 million is nothing. It's literally not, especially into that, like it's nothing. So the fact that they could have invested then and they did it now, I think out of personal anxiety, they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. But if the story would be different if Buffett buys, Tesla might have been way more on the map and credible to investors all around. If Buffett was on the ground floor, the market would take note. Yeah. I mean, look, if we didn't have COVID, if we didn't have the market liquidity, $7 trillion, if we didn't have interest rates, like there's so many ifs that could have happened that wouldn't have allowed Tesla to blow up or maybe would have earlier. But the point is they didn't invest, and if they did, maybe it would have helped. Maybe it would have helped. Start ticker symbol T. Could you imagine they take 128 billion, they drop it into AT&T? Goodness gracious, just dropping into AT&T. Quarantine Tech. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here. That would have been hilarious. That would have been hilarious. That would have been hilarious. Okay, let's go into another thing right here. Interesting. The Supreme Court is hearing Biden's student loan forgiveness on Tuesday. So this is going to be important for something like SoFi. Now, due to conservative majority of the Supreme Court, experts say the relief plan faces tough odds. This is a $10,000 bill that Biden he promised he would get rid of through executive order, and then he got shot down by some other courts. The Supreme Court will hear arguments on Tuesday on President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness plan, starting off a decision-making process that will impact tens of millions of Americans. Student loans have been paused for the past almost 2.5 years now. The 9 justices will consider 2 legal challenges to Biden's plan to cancel up to $20,000 in student loan debt. Long before the president acted, Republicans that criticized loan forgiveness. This is going to be interesting because if it's 9 Supreme Court justices, you've got around 5 conservative, 4 liberal, and I think it's going to be hard for them to agree that everyone in the United States should get $10,000 or $20,000 off their student loans and have taxpayers pay for it. I just think it's not going to be easy for them to do that. Now, again, Biden was ready to do this. He signed an executive order. It's just that it got blocked by so many different angles, right? And so we're going to see. I have, ironically, $10,000 of student loans. So if this passes, I have $10,250 of student loans. So if this passes, my $10,000 goes away and I have $250 left, which is, pretty cool. But I don't expect it to be passed, to be honest. I don't expect it to be passed. The ticker symbol you tell you how he got on using Palantir Foundry. So I was talking to him over the weekend. He's working on that video. There's some certain things he needs to say in that video in order to be able to make the video. So it's been taking him a while, but he's going to come out with it soon, and that's going to be there. The many business last week, Palantir, the CompuDig partnership. No, I was talking about that with Germany. So that's a German startup. I'm going to make a video on it soon, David, so people are going to be able to see. Okay, so let me take a break just for 2 minutes, guys. I got to bring your attention to one thing, and then we're going to move on, okay? So let me start off by saying this is not a sponsorship. I am not getting paid for this. Let me say it one more time. This is not a sponsorship. I'm not getting paid for this. For those that do know, I'm in Founder University, and I got to pitch Jason Calacanis' team. If you don't know Jason Calacanis, he is a legendary angel investor. He put $25,000 into Uber, turned it into $115 million. He's the biggest name in startups. I had a pitch with his team. There were 3 judges. I was going against 9 other companies, and we got 2 out of those 3 judges to vote for Audia as their number 1 startup, which means we are now going to get to go to the next round and pitch Jason Calacanis. So it's pretty cool. Now, one of their heads of their operations came up to me and he said, Amit, we want to do a sponsorship on your channel, and we want you to shout this out. They were going to actually pay some money for it. And I was like, look, I don't want you guys to pay any money for this because you guys have helped me over the past 12 weeks so much. I think my community would still appreciate this. So I want to bring it to you guys' attention. Again, I'm not getting paid for it. And I want to see if you guys want to sign up for this. So Jason has an Angel University class. It's like a 2-day kind of live webinar that he's doing. where you learn to angel invest in startups. So if any of you at all were interested in angel investing and just learning to angel invest, the upcoming session is March 8th, 2023. On this link right here that's in the chat, it's called angel.university/AmitIsLegit. It costs $300 to sign up. If you use my code AmitIsLegit, it costs $50. So it's a $250 discount. And Jason doesn't make any money from this $50. He's a little bit too wealthy to worry about $50 registration fees. They donate all of the money that they get from this. The payment is like basically just a ticket to make sure like you're held accountable to paying for this. It's really cool. He's hosting a live session. So if you ever wanted to learn from Jason live on how to angel invest for startups, it's like a 4 or 5 hour session. You get to learn live. You get to ask a bunch of questions, and it's a really cool thing. So if any of you, I know a lot of you invest in the public markets, a lot of you invest in stocks, all that stuff. I think some of you may be interested in angel investing. Yeah, this would be something to definitely check out. The link is in my description. Again, they were going to pay me to do this. They were going to be like, hey, we want you to, shout it out to your audience just to see if they would care. And I was like, I've been in their workshop for 12 weeks for Founder University, and they've done so much for me. Like their team is really, really cool, and what they've been doing and how they're just helping startups to give back to the community. Jason is one of those people that actually gives back to the community. So it's pretty cool. Angel University workshop, 3-hour live workshop. You will learn the same strategy Jason Calacanis has used to invest in high growth startups. He's invested $70 million into 250 startups, a live Q&A investor roundtable. You get invited to a private Slack community. You get a deck. You see a portfolio model, all this stuff. And Jason will be teaching it live. So the link is in my description if you want to check it out. Again, it's $300 on normal with my code AmitIsLegit. They were like, what code do you give your audience? I was like, AmitIsLegit. Let's give them AmitIsLegit. It'll be $50, and you guys can check it out. Again, they've invested in Thumbtack, Robinhood, Uber, Calm. So it's pretty cool. It's kind of like one of those professional development courses. And for $50 to take a professional development course, I think it's like really worth it because you get to learn live from Jason for $50, and you get to be part of his community. So I think it was pretty cool. So again, if you guys want to check that out, link in the description. Again, I am not sponsored by this at all. They were actually going to pay me some money. They were like, we're going to pay you something. I'm like, no, I don't want to get paid for this. I think it's really cool. I think the community would just appreciate this. And, I don't want to get paid for shouting this out. So I will shout it out every day this week, and you guys can check it out. But I think it's a really cool thing to do. I mean, I've been part of their team for the past couple of weeks, and like the stuff they've done, the knowledge they've been able to give is amazing. And, if anyone here is interested in private market investing versus just public market investing, for $50 to get a masterclass and join an entire Slack community and everything, I think it's a pretty good deal. So if you guys want to check it out, link in the description. And again, code AmitIsLegit. One more time, I'm not getting paid for this. There's no affiliate deal at all. I told them I would do it for free because like I just, I respect them a lot and everything they've been able to do. Okay. Back into the market. What do we have? We have Netflix at 327, Bitcoin at 23,000. Bitcoin shot up to 24,000 over the weekend. So Bitcoin's doing pretty well. Robinhood at 968, Snapchat at 1020, Enphase at 208. The other problem with the market being green is Enphase runs crazy when it's green. So we got Enphase at 208. We got to get Enphase down back into the 200s. Let's see if we can get it there. Wejo, actually not bad, 6.98%. I still didn't get the clearance from Wejo to do the video. So whenever I get the clearance, I will let you guys know if I do this. It's kind of sad that we have conservative and liberal judges should be only centrist and nonpartisan. Yeah, I agree, but I guess that's the way it works. DNA, Ginkgo Bioworks. Oh man, I've wanted to load up on the stock for so long. It's at 145 now. Goodness gracious. Look, I want to load up. The reason I'm not loading up is because insiders are selling, and we need to. I need to personally look at the next earnings, which I think is in like a couple weeks. I don't get why insiders are selling so much. That's what I don't understand. And if someone can explain to me why insiders are selling, I would be more happier to look into it. So I want to look at their earnings. The insider selling is a bit ridiculous. It's not for taxes like Palantir. Palantir Carp sold like 430,000 shares on Friday. It was for tax reasons, right? Ginkgo is just selling to sell. And so that's why I'm refusing to buy. At 145, I like the price, even if it's a little bit pricey on the market cap. Shares outstanding, 2 billion. Like, it's one of those where I feel like they have so much potential. It's such an interesting company. But then you have all this insider selling nonsense. And I'm like, something's got to change with that before you get a lot of trust from people, So that's going to be the interesting thing here. Hey, Amit, did you see that tweet where with the theory that AI gets bigger and bigger, these chip making companies will go to the moon? I did see a tweet from ARK that says the cost of AI is going to, or the cost of programming AI is going to go down like literally 50% year. Oh, no, it's going to expand the GDP by 50% year over year. GDP is barely going up 2% a quarter. Or even a year. So, and it seems crazy, right? 50% increase in GDP year over year. But as you said, with AI getting bigger and bigger, these chip making companies go to the moon. Yes, that's one thing that's going to happen. And also just the level of productivity. It sounds crazy. There was a really in-depth article. It wasn't like an opinion piece. It was like an actual factual, empirical set of analyses. I should probably make a video on that. I will bring that up. It's interesting, man, because if AI is what it says it is, and we have that level of growth, that would be insane. I thought ER was in 2 days. Oh, if it is, okay, good. Because I would like to see what the heck is going on. I'm pretty sure an analyst is going to ask, why are you guys selling so much? I would like an analyst to ask that question because we need to know why the heck they are selling this at these low prices. Like, why are you selling at these low prices? You know, that is the biggest issue to me. All right, let's take a look at this. It's unlikely the Fed is going to reduce interest rates in the next 18 months. Let's hear some analysis on this.
All right, let's dig a little deeper into the markets with our next guest, Peter Krause, who is the chairman and CEO of Aperture Investors. And Peter, it's good to see you. Good to have you in person here. Let's jump off of some of the things that Mike was just pointing about. When it comes to a soft landing, you are a bit skeptical. You don't think it's really that easy of a landing.
Yeah, I don't think soft landings are highly probabilistic. Can it happen? Of course. But I think the market continues to underestimate the strength of the Fed's conviction to fight inflation. And inflation doesn't come down that quickly. I mean, if we go back and look at time periods of inflation, it takes not months, but years for inflation to actually resolve itself. So it's really unlikely that the Fed is going to reduce interest rates within the next 18 months. And I don't think the market's fully digested that. And that's why you see the volatility of rates being as high as they are, and why you see the market trying to get ahead but not being able to maintain that momentum. But, you know, we also have an unemployment rate today that's 3.4%. That's remarkably low. And if we have that much employment in the country, it's very hard to have a recession. So there's some real chance that you can have a modest recession or a real growth slowdown, and that's what the Fed is trying to engineer.
Meaning it's going to be painful, but not for everyone?
No, I think what's going to be different here than what we've seen in the last 20 years is this is going to be a more extended cycle. You know, in 2008, the world fell apart, but within 9 months, it sort of came back. And in 20, it was a 3-month, kind of decrease and then recovery. This is likely to be a much longer cycle because you've got to beat inflation, and that takes time. And that means the Fed is going to have tightening financial conditions for a while, and that's going to reallocate capital. You're going to see levered companies try to refinance. That's going to be challenging. We'll see defaults. We haven't been through a cycle like that that's gone over 18 months or a reasonable time period for a while.
So what do you do as an investor in that environment?
Well, I think, look, I've always, whenever you answer that question, I always sort of answer from a longer term point of view because trading is not really investing. So, the idea that you shouldn't buy equities here because they're expensive or because they might go down really doesn't make any sense. At the end of the day, it's a reasonable entry point to own the market right now. It's below 4,000. Over the next 2 years, the market's going to be higher for sure. And it'll probably earn more than the fixed income markets will.
We're below 4,000, but just barely. With the gains from today, you're going to put yourself there. I mean, is 4,000 a turning point for you? Is it that important to be above or below, or are you just saying in general?
No, just in general. Yeah, in general. And I think the point.
Interesting. So someone who says that it's going to be a hard landing is still saying this is an entry point for the market. I mean, I think every kind of long-term investor kind of agrees with this. There are some stock, especially some equities that have been beat up so badly. Like, yes, can they get beat up more? Yeah, but they've also been beat up so phenomenally well that it's unlikely for them to be down over the next 2 years as down as they are right now. And I think when you have a long-term approach, then it's just a question of like a decent entry point and DCAing. Twitter is firing people. So I want to see if I can pull up that tweet about that. Twitter has had layoffs. Apparently, a bunch of people have been laid off from Twitter over like last night. Yeah, here we go. Let's take a look at this tweet. Now, why are these layoffs happening? I probably think because Elon's trying to pay this debt payment and he's tired of paying more people. He needs some money for this. So this person says, my takeaway from this new round of Twitter layoffs, if you're against the toxic work environment, the VC people and founders will see you as a pessimistic and lazy, because to them, greatness comes from sacrificing all aspects of your life and health for work. Interesting. Well, for Elon, that's definitely the case. He's like, it's about work and that's all that matters. And to be honest, that's, you know, I kind of agree with him at this level of my life. Maybe at a different level, I wouldn't, but like, it is about the work. Like, you're trying to build a company. In November, after Musk took over Twitter, Esther Crawford posted a photo of herself sleeping in an office in an attempt to show her dedication to the company. On Saturday, she was laid off. That's wild. That's wild, bro. That's wild. Just got confirmation that Esther Crawford, chief executive of Twitter Payments, is out. Look, I mean, I think these layoffs have nothing to do with individual people. I think that Elon needs to save money, and he has debt payments coming up, and Twitter's not break even yet, and they need to cut costs. Like, at the end of the day, he's asking an engineer to do the work of 5 engineers, and he's trying to get that one engineer to work harder. And you know, it's still hard. I mean, you got to get Twitter to get to break even. It's not easy. You got debt payments, so he's trying to figure it out. I feel like that's the reason. There's another scoop. Twitter employees told that Slack was down for routine maintenance. That's a lie. The company hasn't paid its bill, but weirder still, Slack didn't shut down Twitter's instance. Someone at Twitter manually shut off access. Elon Musk's Tesla uses a Slack competitor called Mattermost, and Microsoft for in-house collaboration email meetings. So maybe they're going to get off Slack. That might be something happening as well. The point is, there are definitely issues going on at Twitter. And that's resulting in layoffs. The question is, how bad is it? Sumrot, what's up? What's up? Thank you for being here. Elon's a savage. Yeah, it'll be funny to see him take Twitter public again one day after all of this. It's just going to be a question of like, how much pain do you have to go to get there? Tesla at 205, up 4.5%. Nvidia puts have not printed yet, still 237, up 2.1%. S&P flirting with 400, still at 399. Google $89, Lucid 862, up 1.26%, and Palantir 8.14, up 0.4% right now. Yeah, markets are relatively green, nothing too crazy, but it's a small green. Roku's actually down. It was at 69 last week. Well, where's Coinbase? Kathy was buying a lot of Coinbase, 59.14. Kathy was buying a crap ton of Coinbase on Friday, like another couple 100,000 shares. It's weird because she sold it at 50 and then it spiked up to 100. Do you guys remember that in October? It's like they announced some deal or whatever. It spiked up like crazy, and it was just like a weird sell. You know, they could have sold the day it spiked up, but they sold right before, and now it came right back down. FSR popping on a 23 outlook. Let's go to FSR. Let's see FSR. It is this Fisker, right? Yeah. Yeah, look at Fisker up 23%. Did they have earnings today? I saw an article. Yeah, they had earnings, right? And they had good guidance. Yeah, this is not going to last. They're not going to be up 23%. Fisker confirms Ocean EV deliveries will begin this spring, on track to build over 40,000 in 2023. Yeah, it's that's not going to last. I mean, there is a short candidate if there's any of them. Mate, I think you should do a live stream for Tesla since it's going to be so popular. You can attract new people to the channel and your new platform for audio. Yeah, look, I might live stream the Tesla thing. I think there's just so many people doing it that I don't know if we need another person doing it, but I can try. I can definitely try it. Also, I just have to see what time of the day. I have a meeting today in New York with a person who runs a media company. And so I'll be heading out to New York today to talk to them about some business development opportunities with Audia. So it's going to be an interesting one. I'll let you guys know how that goes. But March 1st on Wednesday. Oh, I do have another meeting on March 1st, actually. I'm going to be meeting a Palantir shareholder who's been in the stock for almost 5 years now. So I'll let you guys know how that one goes as well. But that's going to be early in the day. I don't think that's during Investor Day. Investor Day is like at 5 p.m., I think. So Should still have time to be able to stream that. What else we got? They reported a Q4 loss. Wow. Well, the deliveries though, right? That's what all that matters. As long as you get the deliveries, that's it. That's all that matters for them. This is going to be a very interesting week because not only do we have a lot of companies also releasing earnings, obviously Tesla. Now on investor days, Tesla usually tends to crash. So it'll be very interesting to see if Tesla holds up and if the market gives Tesla any love. But in general, I'm expecting the market to not give them love, which, is reasonable. That's what always happens. And then you kind of just move on and let the market eventually figure out what they're worth. March 1st, NIO's ER. That'll be interesting as well. NIO will be, yeah. I mean, I remember my sister and my mom bought NIO at like $50 because they thought it was the next Tesla in 2021. That's how you knew it was a bad market. Yeah, it's going to take them a while to break even on that one. That one's not happening. But yeah, so you have Tesla on March 1st. That's going to determine a lot of things for the market. You have a bunch of different companies releasing earnings this week. I think after this week, earnings seasons is kind of over. Then we have another like couple weeks to go before we get, or like a month to go before we get the next earnings. And we will see. I need Palantir to go red so that I can buy. Yeah, I think we'll get Palantir under 7 again. We had Palantir like 794 last week. So it's at 813 right now. It's been kind of stuck in that range. Let's see if we can get down even lower. And if it does, then yeah, we'll have a better buying opportunity. All right, guys, that's it for me. I am out. Thank you all for being with me. Thank you all also for, let me just show you this thing on Twitter. Thank you everyone who's been following me on Twitter. It was a really crazy weekend. I didn't expect some of the stuff to happen. So basically this was the tweet. So this was, I said biggest startup pitch of my life in 45 minutes. And then right after pitch is done, was competing against 10 companies, 3 judges, each had to pick a number 2, number 1 company to win. 2 of the 3 judges picked Aldi as their number 1 company. So we got 2 first place votes. Thanks to everyone who sent support. You guys had so many well wishes and support. I mean, it really just like it makes you want to cry sometimes just thinking how much people are supporting, even though they barely know you. It means a lot. So yeah, next round is Jason. We'll be pitching him and keep going from there. And if we can get Jason Calacanis to invest in this startup, it's going to be a big, big, big deal. It's just a big deal, bro. It's just like, I don't know how else to say. It's just a big deal. And it might be a catalyst. Like the reason I got the meeting with the guy I'm having a meeting with today, as I literally told him, hey, we're in talks with Jason Calacanis' team. And that I think that lit him up even more. And he's like, all right, let's take the meeting. Like the name is just so priceless when you're trying to get shit done in the business world. So, yeah, the meeting I have today, I think is partly based on the fact that we got this done. And then on Sunday, I decided to wear these to Costco. Because why not? Why not? Why wouldn't you wear these to Costco? You know what I'm saying? I got the little drip. You guys can check out the video. I'm not going to wear this to the meeting today because I'm going to look like an idiot, but to Costco, I look pretty legit. And if you don't get it, give it 10 years, long-term investor. All right. That's it for me. Check out the link in the description. Again, you can sign up to Angel University. It's a one-day seminar with Jason. You get $250 off if you use my code AmitIsLegit. I really recommend if you're interested in just learning about startups and you wanted to talk to Jason in real time. This is one of those codes. This is one of those opportunities that's like pretty dope. And again, using my code, you get $250 off. I don't get paid for it. No affiliate deal. But they've been so nice to me that I think it's definitely a worthwhile workshop. So link in the description, angel.university/AmitIsLegit. Use the code AmitIsLegit. Check it out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Joel, you joined right at the end. I'll see you later. I'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody.